What's going on YouTube? GeoSnow right here. So in today's video I have huge news that will make history in the jailbreak community. Something very important has been released today, and it's actually the biggest release in the jailbreak community. It's a BootROM exploit which cannot be patched by Apple and would allow jailbreaking for the iPhone 4S all the way up to iPhone 10 forever. No matter what version, no matter what Apple introduces, this cannot be patched by Apple, so we can jailbreak any version we want, and we can downgrade, DualBoot, and even load Android if we want at some point. AxiomX has released a BootROM exploit or a SecureROM exploit today. This is a permanent, unpatchable BootROM exploit which is compatible with the iPhone 4S all the way up to the iPhone 10, so the A11 chip. So what this does, this is basically the lowest level possible. The BootROM is actually written into the silicon itself, into the chip. There is no way for Apple to change this. There is no way for Apple to update this. They need to release a new phone if they want to patch this bug in here. So the devices that are vulnerable will be vulnerable forever. Unfortunately, the A12 devices are not supported. Apple patched the bug on the iPhone XS, XS Max and XR, but for anything else, the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone 10, iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, 6 Plus, 7 Plus, and so on, this is actually huge. As I said, this is the biggest release in history. It allows us to perform downgrades to any unsigned firmware. It allows us to dual boot iOS on an iPhone 7 or 8 or 10. It allows us to do iCloud bypass via custom-made firmware or CFW. It allows us to do anything we want, including a jailbreak for the latest version. And by the way, Apple released today iOS 13.1.1. And guess what? It means absolutely nothing, because this exploit in here is a BootROM exploit, which means that it exploits the lowest level possible on the device. Now what the BootROM does is to load the entire boot chain, which is basically what makes the phone to power on. Now normally on a jailbreak like Uncover, we're targeting the kernel, which is actually higher level, and that's as much as we can target. We have no access to the lower level. With this we have access to anything. This exploit is so powerful that it allows us to bypass KPP, KTRR, Amphi, Core Trust, absolutely anything. There is nothing Apple can add in software that we cannot patch with this. So basically at this point, with this exploit in here, we can jailbreak anything that will ever be released or that was ever released for the iPhone 10, for the iPhone 8, for the iPhone 7, and so on. With this release, we're about to experience again a golden age for the jailbreaking community. If you remember the old Red Snow days or Snow Breeze days, when you created a custom firmware with custom logo when you power on the device and verbose boot and whatever jailbreak you wanted for the latest version, is a Lime Rain exploit days once again, but this time is actually huge. This time it supports everything from iPhone 4S all the way up to the iPhone 10 on any version possible, because this exploit is not dependent on an iOS version. This one is in the chip itself, so whatever Apple releases will not be able to patch that exploit. We would be able to jailbreak any iOS version that will be released for any of these supported devices. It's going to pretty much bring the old good days back of the jailbreaking when everybody could do anything on a device. You had full control, you can run custom firmwares, you can even run Android if you wanted. So yeah, for those of you who have an iPhone 4S all the way up to the iPhone 10, you're going to be able to jailbreak forever. Now keep in mind that this exploit is tethered, however, it has a caveat. So if you jailbreak with it, or you do a downgrade with it, or you do a dual boot with it, every time you reboot your device, you're going to have to connect it to a computer in order to be able to even power on. So if you don't have a computer with you, the device will not power on. Yeah, it's the same thing that happened in the old days with Lime Rain and so on. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you for watching. A golden age of jailbreaking is ahead for those of you who have a supported device, and I'm pretty happy to be around to show you in the future what this can do. Thank you for watching. I am GeoSnow. Till the next time, peace out.